Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Ndeye Peinda. If you are tuned in today, I'm going to be sharing with you guys 21 black-owned cosmetics brands that I definitely think you should check out, as well as I will dispel the myth about 4 brands that we think are black-owned that kind of are not, or that 100% are not. So if you are interested, make sure you go ahead and keep on watching. Give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so before I get started, I kind of want to talk about the reason why I'm doing this video very shortly, and it's because when I did the black-owned brand haul, so many of you guys commented saying thank you for telling you guys about black-owned brands. You didn't know that certain brands were black-owned. A lot of y'all were opening the tabs to go and check it out, and I figured I'd do a video where I talk to you guys about different black-owned brands that I know of that I think you should definitely check out. Most of these brands, I do have something from them, but if I don't, I'll tell you what they sell or what they produce and the things that I've heard about it. But all of these brands, I've heard nothing but great things about them. The first brand that I'm going to talk to you guys about is definitely in my top 5 brands, period, whether it's a black-owned brand or not, and that is going to be Juvias Place. And if you see me looking down, it's because I have my list here. But I'm going to show y'all my eyeshadow palette collection from Juvias Place. Guys, is this real? This is how much I love Juvias Place. I literally have every single eyeshadow palette they have ever come out with. And the reason why is because they are so affordable, such good quality. Like, these, some of them are used and abused. As you guys can see, this transition shade from the Nubian palette was my absolute favorite transition shade, and it still is. I think I'll show you guys all of them just so that if you see a palette you really like, you can go ahead and pick it up so that you can physically see what the shades look like. But I'll just show it to you guys really quickly, and then I'll do swatches of some of them towards the end. The Harem palette by Juvias Place, and it looks like this. This is Afrique by Juvias Place, and it looks like this. This is the Saharan by Juvias Place, and it looks like this. One of the shades actually just fell out, and I'm so sad. I've been having such horrible luck with items falling out. So the next one is going to be the Warrior by Juvias Place, and it looks like this. As you guys can see, I literally bought this and then I have not used it yet, but I will be using this because it has some amazing transition shades and some amazing matte black shades. So this is a perfect palette to pick up if you have a lot of palettes that have all shimmers and you need something to go on with it. The next palette I'm definitely playing with this month because, or next month when March comes, because I'm gonna do like a St. Patrick's themed look. But I showed you guys this in my haul, and this is the Tribe by Juvias Place. The next one is the Zulu by Juvias Place, and this was one of the first like colored eyeshadow palettes that I bought. I played around with the pinks and the purples, and I really did enjoy it. The next one is another one that I have never used yet, and that is going to be the, what is this? The Douce by Juvias Place. So I bought this. I swatched it, but I haven't physically used it yet. I think I did use that chocolate brown, and it was pretty nice, but I haven't like played around in this palette. The next one is going to be, this one is the Festival palette by Juvias Place. The next one is one of my favorites, and this is the Warrior by Juvias Place. If you are looking for some beautiful golds for your shimmers, definitely check out this palette. The next one is the Nubian 2 palette, and I really do like this palette as well. I played around with the blues and the greens in this one, as well as this really dark orange shimmer shade. The next palette is the Magic palette by Juvias Place. This palette is really pretty. I've played around with this purple shade as well as used these blues, but I need to play around more with this palette. The next one is the Masquerade palette by Juvias Place, and I've used this a few times, but I haven't gone too crazy with it. I've used the blue, I've used this blue and the purple, but this palette is also another one that's really pretty. And that's it. That's all of them that I have. I know this probably feel like it's a Juvias Place haul, Juvias Place centered video, but it's not. But those are all of the palettes that I have from them right now offhand. I feel like I might have some left over, but I think I pulled all of them from my collection, and I will continue to buy every single Juvias palette that come out just because it is really affordable. All of her palettes are less than $20. It is a black-owned women business, and there's always a discount code that you can use in order to get even more money off. So like, why not? As you guys saw, I do also have their brushes, and their highlighters were also featured in my favorites video. So I feel like Juvias Place is an amazing brand to start with if you are venturing into trying out black-owned brands, because their quality is amazing and it comes at an affordable price. The next brand that I'm going to talk to you guys about is going to be Beauty Bakerie. If you watched my last video, then you know that I use the Beauty Bakerie foundation. One of my favorite products from Beauty Bakerie is actually going to be this Coffee and Cocoa palette. The blush in this palette is amazing. This is almost like a shimmery bronzer, which is really gorgeous. And I also really do love this highlighter as well. If you are someone of a deeper complexion, for me personally, I stay away from this powder just because whenever I've used it like to cut my cheeks, it was really difficult to come off and it kind of sticks to your skin. So I love everything in this palette except for this one shade, but all of these other three, gorgeous, and you only need a little bit to go a long way. Beauty Bakerie also sells lip whips. I have one of them, and their lip whips are really known for being really long lasting. I'll insert a video if I can download one where essentially when you apply their lip whip products, you cannot just get them off with water. They stay on all day, they stay in place. You have to use a specific oil in order to get it off. So it's really one of the things that I feel like set them apart from a lot of brands in the industry. Also from Beauty Bakerie, I have their flower setting powders, which I really love. I mix these two shades together, and these are the shades brown and yellow. When these are mixed together, they give me my perfect under eye setting powder. They set my eyes beautifully, and if you're on the hunt for something, you can definitely check these out as well. Overall, one of the things that Beauty Bakerie is really known for is for their creative packaging. If you are someone that loves packaging when it comes to a product, you will love ordering from Beauty Bakerie. Go ahead and look at some of their videos or Google some of their packaging just so you can see how it will come. The next brand is going to be the Crayon Case, and I feel like what set them on the map was their box of crayons palette. Yes, I do have it. Have I ever used it? No. This is something that you're going to learn about me, is that I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes that I've bought but never used before. But in the summertime, when I have off from teaching, just know you're going to probably get a video using different palettes every single day. But this is what the Crayon Case palette looks like. This really set them on the map. When they came out with this, they low-key, not even low-key, they high-key went viral. And I'll do some swatches of these. I feel like I want to swatch some of these products for you guys so you can see. This is the red from their palette, and that came off really pretty. I'm going to do another layer. Look at how beautiful that red is. I might have to use this in my next tutorial. This is the green. Wow, I'm definitely using this in my next tutorial. What is wrong with me? This is their shade Baby Blue. And then let me do a gold. So pretty. So as you guys can see, this palette swatched so beautifully. So I'm definitely gonna try this probably in my very next video because I don't know why I have not played around with this yet. The Crayon Case also sells concealers now. They sell setting powders. They sell makeup wipes. Their makeup wipes are actually really good. I bought it in my black owned brand haul and I've been using it for the past week and it's been amazing. They also sell some really pretty lip products. I have a red lip from them and I'll link the video above where you can see that shade in Crawfish. I also have some of their glosses and this comes in a set as well as you can buy them individually. Their lip pencils I really recommend because it comes in a pack of 6 and you only pay $10. And the lip product that I used today to line my lips was like a black brown shade, and for it to be so inexpensive, it's almost like a dupe for chestnut. If not, it's even a little darker than chestnut. So if you are someone of a deeper complexion and you feel like chestnut doesn't really work for you, definitely check out the Crayon Case lip pencil. But overall, I really do love this brand. I love the products that they have so far that I've tried. The next brand that I want to talk to you guys about is going to be Glamazon Beauty. So Glamazon Beauty is something that's pretty new to me because they did reach out to me via Instagram, but I do have their foundation sticks. I have been showing you guys non-stop their foundation stick in the shade 12 because that's what I've been using to contour, but they also have other foundation sticks that you could use as a highlighter or as a foundation. So this is their shade in the number 10. They also have this shade in the number 11. This brand also has a primer. They have liquid lipsticks. So I would definitely suggest that you check out Glamazon Beauty as well. The next company that I'm going to talk about is going to be Beauty Vaulte. And I showed you guys Beauty Vaulte products in my last haul, but they sell lipsticks. And what I really like about that brand is that 5% of the proceeds go to domestic violence victims. So if you are interested in buying makeup and supporting a black owned brand, but also buying makeup with a cause, or if the cause of domestic violence is something that is close to your heart, then you definitely should check them out. The next brand that I want to talk to you guys about is going to be lash brands. That's going to be MBK Glam lashes as well as Amayelle lashes. Both of those lash companies are owned by black women, and the lashes are really amazing quality. As far as MBK Glam, I have on their lashes right now. I am wearing their Sade lashes. If you have hooded lids, this is a must buy. Like, a must buy. I'm telling you guys, I believe it's $13.99. It's really gorgeous. Definitely check out to see if they have any sales coming up, but the lashes are great quality. And then as far as Amayelle lashes, as of right now, they are down, but I'm in talks with the owner, and the lashes that she has been previewing to me and showing me are so gorgeous. Like, when I tell you, especially if you like a dramatic lash, make sure you follow them on Instagram in order to keep updated, because they have some heat coming. The next brand that I'm going to talk to you guys about is going to be Colored Raine. And Colored Raine, as of right now, they have eyeshadow palettes, they have lip products, they have highlighters, they have a variety of things. But the number one thing that I have from them are going to be their eyeshadow palettes, as well as their liquid lipsticks. I actually have a video that I'll probably insert over here. Let me move over, where I swatched a few of their lip products, I want to say like a year ago. My number one favorite red in the world is from Colored Raine, and it is their Cherry Blossom liquid lipstick. This red is perfect for anyone of any complexion, but if you are someone that is darker and you're afraid of red, this is the perfect one to start off with, just because it is so beautiful. It is a blue based red, and they usually have sales happening. You can also use discount codes when you are shopping with Colored Raine. So these are their liquid lip products, and I'll do some swatches for you guys of some of my favorite shades. They have a nude gloss that I really love in the shade Brown Sugar, and their black is really black. If you guys saw my Fenty Beauty video where I reviewed their new liquid lipsticks when they came out, including the black shade, you guys saw that I said the black had a little bit of a gray tone to it that I didn't like, and that I preferred my Colored Raine gloss over it, or my Colored Raine lipstick over it. I will show you guys what the shade looks like. So right now I'm swatching 2 AM, Brown Sugar, and then Cherry Blossom. And I did 2 swipes for each of them, and these are the shades. So as you can see, Cherry Blossom is a very deep blue based red. Brown Sugar is literally, it's like brown sugar. It's a brown sugar gloss. I don't know how else to explain it, but it looks really gorgeous on the lips, especially with a dark brown liner. And then that black in 2 AM is so pretty. I also really love, and I'll move back over because the tutorial is over. I also really love the formula of their liquid lipsticks, just because they are not super drying. They dry down on your lips, but they don't crack over the day, and they feel like a comfortable matte. As far as their palettes are super pigmented. So this one is their Queen of Hearts palette. So it's kind of like a purple pinkish palette. This is a all matte vivid pressed pigments palette. When I tell you guys, these are the most pigmented bright shades I have ever used. Like, they are the most pigmented, and they are so beautiful. The formula of these is so amazing. They show up on dark skin, and I'll do some swatches just so that you can see. So these are quick swatches of this palette. As you guys can see, the pigmentation is like out of this world. This is their Cheers to the Beauty palette, which is what I use to achieve the look that is on my face today. This palette is super gorgeous, super pigmented, and you can see how it works if you go ahead and click that link above. The next brand that I want to talk to you guys about is going to be AJ Crimson. So from AJ Crimson, I only have one item, and that is going to be their AJ Crimson Artist Kit, and it looks like this. As you guys can see, this palette is very well loved, and the reason why I bought this palette, so one, it is $150. It's super expensive. But he's done a program recently where you can get 40% off of his items, I believe, all year long. Click the link down below to learn more about it, because I don't have all of the information for it, but I did see him post about it. As you guys can see, this shade right here, whether you need it for a contour or for your actual complexion, there is really no product on the market that is as deep as this. And that's just me being very honest with you. This is one of the deepest, if not the deepest, products that I have ever swatched. If you are someone that has had difficulty with finding a contour product, because let's say you're darker than me, or you have a much deeper complexion than I do, and you haven't found a foundation that works for you, definitely check out the AJ Crimson products. What I will say is that if you don't want to buy the entire kit, you can buy them as singles, and I believe for the singles the price is around $35, so definitely check them out if you are interested. The next brand that I'm going to talk to you guys about is Pat McGrath, and I actually don't have her products with me right now on the table, and I did use the Pat McGrath lip gloss today, but from Pat McGrath I have 2 of their lip gloss products, but she also sells lipsticks, she sells eyeshadow palettes. Her eyeshadow palettes are $125, and I don't have the coin for it right now, but I am 100% going to invest in one Pat McGrath palette because I need to see how it works. I've swatched them in Sephora and they have been some of the most beautiful swatches that I've done when it comes to shimmers and just different colors of eyeshadows. But it's just been super difficult for me to like really take in the fact that I would pay $125 for an eyeshadow palette. And when Sephora did have 20% off for their sale, I remember that was one of the first items that sold out as a Pat McGrath eyeshadow palette. But if you have the coin right now and you want to experiment in black-owned luxury cosmetics brands, definitely check out Auntie Pat. So the next brand that I'm going to feature is going to be Koyvoca. So Koyvoca is a black-owned brand, and one of the things that I love that I've seen from them so far are just their contour products. So this is one of them in the shade Icon. Now for this, there's a little bit of white dots on it, and I think that that happens when it comes into contact with a cream. So if a cream goes on top of it, it makes it look that shade. Because when I first purchased it and I first got it out of the pan, it did not have that. But it eventually started to have those little white dots once I actually applied it to my face. But the shade itself is super dark. They also have a cream contour product, and they also have contour sticks. The contour sticks right now are not in sale just because of the packaging. But for sure, if you're looking for really deep contour or really deep powder shades, check out Koyvoca. The next brand is going to be Danessa Myricks. So Danessa Myricks is a black makeup artist, and she started to create products for her brands and created her own cosmetics line. She's kind of like Pat McGrath in that way because Pat McGrath is also a black makeup artist, and she started her own brand, and I didn't mention that before, but I'm mentioning it now. So for Danessa Myricks, I don't have any of her products as of yet, but I'm definitely interested in trying her setting powders. When it comes to her artistry, and I'll put some pictures up here, one of her main focuses is really skin, dewy and healthy skin. So if you are someone that has drier skin, or if you are someone that really prefers to just look dewy, to look like your makeup is kind of like really glossy and just blinding, then definitely check out her brand. The next is going to be Prime Beauty. Guys, y'all need this. Y'all need this bronzer. Prime Beauty has a bronzer that works for deep complexions, and I actually use it in today's look. And it's to the point where I don't know how to use bronzers for the simple fact that I've never actually been able to buy one. So the fact that there's a brand that is selling a bronzer and it's black owned, I feel like I don't need to say anymore. And they come in different shades. So Chocolate Lily is the one that I have, but they also come in a lighter one called Bronzeville, and I believe there's even another lighter one. So whether you are light, medium, or dark, you'll be able to find a bronzer from this brand, and it is beautiful. Like, it is so beautiful. So the next brand is going to be Makeup Addiction Cosmetics, and this brand has a special place in my heart, and I know you're probably gonna be like, does it really? Because I don't have anything from them yet, but I swear I'm going to get it within the next week or next 2 weeks, just because their eyeshadow palettes look so pigmented. They have a nude lip set, they have highlighters, they have brushes, they have such a variety of items, and the owner is not only black, she's also Senegalese, so I'm getting all of the vibes from her. I've actually spoken to her through DMs, and this is when I literally, like, on Instagram, I recently hit 10,000 followers, and I'm really excited about that. But when I had like 1,000 followers, I remember she asked a question and I responded to her, and she sent me a DM and she showed me mad love, and she was just like, you know, keep going, make sure you strive hard in the industry, like do what you need to do. Like, she just left some encouraging words. And for the fact that this was her business page and had over 1 million followers, I was extremely small as an artist on Instagram. I'm still really small, and she sent me a message and she left me encouraging words that meant so much to me. So I am 100% going to be buying from this brand within the near future, and I'll show you guys what I pick up. But if you are interested, make sure you go ahead and check them out, and check them out on Instagram as well. The next brand is not really a cosmetics brand, but if you guys have seen me wearing those colorful bonnets on my head or some of my wraps, I do get them from IsokenEnofe.com. She started her brand and she sells a lot of African print items. So whether it's bonnets, scarves, bags, like shawls or skirts, super, super cute items. And I did go ahead and invest in some of them. So if you've ever wondered or you've ever wanted to purchase one of the bonnets that you've seen me wearing, that is the website and that is the brand that I buy it from. The next brand you can actually find in drugstores, and I believe this is one of the few drugstore brands that you can find at like a CVS or a Rite Aid, and that is going to be Iman Cosmetics. The owner of Iman, I believe, was a model, and then because she is a deeper complexion, she's a woman of color, she struggled with getting foundations or getting makeup products that work for her skin complexion back in her modeling days, so she went ahead and came up with her own brand. Me personally, I have not really tried a lot of Iman products just because I feel like whenever I've gone into drugstores, they don't carry the deepest shades that the brand actually sells, so I haven't seen anything that really works for me. But if you're lighter than me and you're in a drugstore and you wonder if there's any black owned products, Iman is definitely one of them. The next brand is also a brand that I have not tried, but I recently discovered and I want to look into some of their products, and they are actually also sold at Target, and that is going to be the lip bar. So it's pretty self-explanatory. They sell a lot of lip products. One reason why their story is really interesting is because they actually went on Shark Tank, and I believe that they were denied or they weren't given like the investment, and they still were able to make it, and they're at a point now where they're not only sold in Targets, but they also just opened up their own standalone shop that I saw. I believe it's in Detroit. I'll put the actual location up on the screen, but I definitely want to check out this brand. If you ever run into Target or if you're ever looking for lip products, definitely know that the lip bar is a black owned brand. The next brand is going to be Mented Cosmetics. I love Mented Cosmetics. They actually have had a few events here in New York, and I've gone to their events, I've met their owners, and the reason why I love this brand is because their owners, in my opinion, are the definition of real hustlers. Like, at every event that they have, one of the owners is there, whether they're speaking on a panel, whether they're doing a pop-up shop, and I feel like that tells me that they take the brand really, really seriously, and they're building it from the ground up. And whenever I've heard the owners speaking, one of the things that they mention a lot is that even when it came to creating their brand, it was catered to women of color, specifically with providing nude shades or nude lip products for them, because as y'all know, my nude is not going to be your nude. All nudes are different, and they're different for people regardless of your complexion, but especially when it comes to black women, we really didn't see back in the day nude products that were catered to us. All of the nudes were really, really, really light, and for us would literally give us powder donut looking lips. So this brand decided to fill in that gap by creating nude lip shades that are by us, for us. So if you are interested in like a nude lip and you've been struggling to find one, definitely check out Mented, because you will find something that you love from that brand, I promise you. The next one I'm going to be telling you guys about is going to be Marena Beaute or Marena Beaute. I just recently discovered them on Instagram as well, so I don't have any items from this brand, but I do know that they also sell bronzers and they sell powder bronzers. I feel like I'm going to buy one of them just so that I can also have more than one bronzer in my collection. Like, check me out. I'm about to be a bronze queen. Nobody's going to be able to tell me nothing. I'm going to be adding warmth, definition to my face, because now I can. So if you're looking for different powders or like bronzer products, definitely check out Marena. And then the next brand that I want to talk to you guys about is going to be Aeva Beauty, and they sell loose highlighters and also lipsticks. This brand, I feel like I first heard about it through Instagram, and their loose highlighter pigments are real, like the real deal. So if you are into loose highlighters, pigmented highlighters that you can use that are multifunctional, so you can mix this in your lotion, you can mix this with an oil, you can put this as an eyeshadow, you can use it as a highlighter. This has a lot of functionality, as do all loose highlighters. I definitely suggest that you check out Aeva Beauty. And then the last brand that I'm going to be talking to you guys about is going to be Raine Beauty. So Raine Beauty, I actually just found out about like 2 days ago, because the owner of the brand commented underneath one of my posts. I put a picture of my foundation collection, which I'll put here, and she basically commented like, I'm gonna send you some products because you don't need to be mixing your foundations. It's 2019. And I was just like, okay sis, like slide in my DMs. I'll definitely try them. So if you are looking for foundations, it seems like they do have a huge range of different colors. I also saw Coco Swatches doing swatches of the foundation once I started doing research after she contacted me. So if she does end up sending me products, I will let you guys know about them. And if she doesn't, I'll probably still go ahead and buy it just to try the foundation out to see how it works. Altogether, that is going to be 21 black owned brands where you can buy their makeup. Now, let's talk about brands that we think are black owned that aren't. So the first one is going to be Black Opal. Black Opal is not a black owned brand. It is a brand that caters to black people, to people of color. However, it is not black owned. One thing when it comes to Black Opal that I'm really upset about is that they are no longer sold in drugstores, and that was one of the first brands where I was able to actually go in and get their foundation sticks and get their products, and it worked. The Black Opal setting powder was the first powder I used all over my face that really helps to set all of my makeup that was deep enough. So I'm super disappointed that they were pulled out of CVS's. But if you are a makeup artist as well, I highly suggest the Black Opal foundation sticks, because if you are working with women of color, they have a huge range, or a good enough range for us, where you can get something that will not only be used as a foundation, but a concealer as well as a contour product. And what I did when I first started my kit is I took all of the Black Opal foundation sticks, I melted them, and then I put them in like a palette, and I use those on all of my clients. So definitely check out Black Opal, but just know they are not black owned. Another brand that is not black owned is Black Radiance. So when we think of Black Radiance Beauty, they cater to women of color, they cater to black people in general, but they are not a black owned brand. They do, however, sell some amazing pressed powders. They sell a bomb bomb contour stick that they just came out with, as well as a contour and highlight palette that I highly suggest you look into. Another brand that you might think is black owned that is not is Blackowned Cosmetics. I believe Blackowned Cosmetics was started with a black owner, but then they sold it. I'm not 100% sure, and if I'm wrong, I'll put it up on the screen. But when it comes to Blackout, one of the first products, or one of the main products that I purchased from them, was their contour stick. And their contour stick at the time, to me, was the darkest contour that I found. And if you've been keeping up with my videos, then you know I found contour products that are not only more affordable, but that are also much darker than this. But this one was a great start. It will always have a special place in my heart. I will still use this until it runs out. I never ever used the other side of it, but I really did enjoy the fact that Black Up was a company that catered to black people. And I think that their foundation was actually the very first foundation that I ever bought. And it's because Jackie did a video on it and she showed that you can get different foundations that were actually for black women. And this was back in 2015 when I didn't even know about Sephora because I was still upstate at college. So I literally ordered the foundation online, and that was also the first foundation product that I also had a complete empty of. So I do recommend them, but just know that they are also not a black owned brand. And then the last brand that we think is black owned, but that actually is not, I'm kind of unsure about. I don't know how it really works, but I know that Fenty Beauty, Rihanna is the founder. Rihanna, we know that it's her vision. We know that she puts in what it is that she wants. She's very involved in the product development. Fenty is kind of like her brand. However, the Fenty brand itself is owned by Kendall, and the owner of Kendall is not black. So I feel like it's not necessarily like it's not a black owned brand, because Rihanna definitely, I feel like, owns a huge part of it, but I think it's more so like she collaborates with Kendall when it comes to coming out with the products. So that's the one brand where I'm not sure if I can call it fully black owned or if I can fully say that it's not black owned. I would definitely say it's kind of like a hybrid. So it's a black owner and a white owner, so we can just say that it's mixed, but for sure it's not 100% a black owned brand, because Kendall does produce and collaborate with Fenty Beauty as well. Alright guys, so that is going to be it as far as the 21 black owned brands that you should know about, as well as the 4 black owned brands that you think are black owned that are not. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and that it was really informational. I know that there was a lot of talking in it and I wasn't showing as much products. I really just wanted to create this video so that if you are interested in buying black, you wanted to know more about black owned brands, you would have a resource where you can come to and actually have all of this information. Every single brand's website will be listed down below. I won't be necessarily listing every single product that I have from the brand because it is a lot, but if you have any specific questions, please leave it in the comment section down below. Y'all know I answer every single comment that comes to me. I hope that you are encouraged to know that there are cosmetic companies and there are cosmetic brands that not only are created by black people, but that also cater to us and that have products for us. I feel like in 2019 there's a lot of improvements that need to be made, but there's also a lot of improvements that have been made, and I definitely want to congratulate the beauty community. And it is up to us as the consumer to invest our dollars where we feel like they are most wanted and most welcomed, because a lot of brands might have products for black people, but they don't necessarily keep us in mind when they're creating the products. They make one for us so that there's not this idea of like outrage. Especially recently, we've seen how black rage is perpetuated in the media whenever brands like Givenchy comes out with products where you know that there's not even one foundation that anyone of color can use. At this point, I'm starting to feel like they're doing it on purpose. You know a brand cares about black people when they include you, when they market to you, when they send products to black influencers, where they clearly won't have something ignorant come out on shelves as clothes, because they have someone within their board, they have someone as a designer, they have someone as a photographer that is black that will tell them this is not acceptable, this is not okay. So it really starts from the top and it goes all the way down, because before anything comes out, there's so many different channels that it needs to go through. And when you come out with something that is racist, or when you come out with something that is insensitive or ignorant, what that tells me as a consumer is that there is no one that looks like me. There's no one that is going to be the voice of people of a different demographic to say this is not okay. And if that is the case, then that means that there is no inclusivity within your brand, and inclusivity or diversity is just a word you use to throw around in order to keep up with the times, but it's not really something that you do. And I want to share these brands with you guys so that you are able to look at the brands that are not only thinking of you when they create a product, but they're thinking of you when they're marketing the product. They're thinking of you when they send these products to influencers. They're thinking of you when they have chemists that are formulating these products in the lab, because they are inclusive of different demographics of people. We need to not only just be taking whatever we can get from brands, we really need to be purchasing from brands that want our money and that care about us as people before they care about our money. So I hope that you purchase something from one of these brands. I hope that you see something that you like. If you do, make sure you let me know in the comments comment section down below. I will also be linking a link down below. I follow a page on Instagram, I believe it's called Do Black, and she has a registry of different black owned brands, from skincare to fashion to cosmetics to hair care, and I saw a lot of the brands that I talked about also mentioned on her page. I'll also link down below any articles where they're linking black owned companies or black owned brands in case you are interested. And buying black is not something that just black people should do. Whether you are black, white, or Asian, whatever your race is, however you identify with your ethnicity, it is important that you support black owned businesses because the products are just as great. You can find a variety of items, and it's something that shouldn't be an other category. It should not be makeup brands and then black owned makeup brands. Black owned makeup brands are also makeup brands. So really diversify how you spend your money, diversify the brands that you know about. And if you have any questions, please feel free to DM me on Instagram, feel free to DM me on Twitter. Let me know, okay? All right, guys, that is going to be it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it and were able to find a new brand that you've never heard of before. If you know of any brand that is black owned, go ahead and leave it in the comment section down below. Let me know if there's any products here that you want to try, that you have tried. If you know, you know, okay? If you know what I mean by comment down below, then you know what I mean. Make sure you go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed it. I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you next time.